13? Yeah.
Yes, Prabhuji, 11:30.
You can hear me. You can see my screen.
Yes.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam. Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayad Mudirahe. नष्टप्राहेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवते सेविया भागवते उत्तमा श्लोके भक्ति भवति नास्तिके. Reading from Srimad Bhagavad Gita, chapter 11, text number 13. The chapter is titled The Universal Form. Tatraikastam jagat kritsnam pravibhaktam anekadha अपश्या देव देवस्या शरीरे पांडवा तदा तत्रैकास्तां जगत्कृत्स्नां प्रविभक्ताम् अनेकधा अपश्य देव देवस्या शरीरे पांडवा तदा तत्रैकास्तां जगत्कृत्स्नां प्रविभक्ताम् अनेकधा अपश्य देव देवस्या शरीरे पांडवा तदा. Anybody will like to chant?
Prabhuji, I'll try. Tatrekastam jagat krishnam pravibhaktam anekada apasya deva devasya sarire pandavastada.
Okay. Synonyms: Tatra, there, Ekaha, Ekastam, in one place, Jagat, the universe. Kritsnam, complete, Prabhibhaktam, divided. Anekada, into many, Apashyat, could see. Deva Devasya, of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Sarire, in the universal form, Pandava, Arjuna, Tada, at that time. Translation purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. At that time, Arjuna could see in the universal form of the Lord the unlimited expansions of the universe situated in one place, although divided into many, many thousands. Please repeat. At that time, Arjuna could see in the universal form
Arjuna could see in the universal form
of the Lord the unlimited expansions
the unlimited expansions
of the universe
of the universe
situated in one place, although divided into many, many thousands. Purport. The word tatraha, there, is very significant. It indicates that both Arjuna and Krishna were sitting on the chariot when Arjuna saw the universal form. Others on the battlefield could not see this form because Krishna gave the vision only to Arjuna. Arjuna could see in the body of Krishna many thousands of planets. As we learn from Vedic scriptures, there are many universes and many planets. Some of them are made of earth, some are made of gold, some are made of jewels, some are very great, some are not so great, etc. Sitting on his chariot, Arjuna could see all these, but no one could understand what was going on between Arjuna and Krishna. Right. So after explaining some opulences of the Supreme Lord, Vibhuti Yoga in the 10th chapter, Arjuna is requesting Lord Krishna to show his universal form. So the universal form, though it's prevalent in the material world, could not be seen by ordinary vision. For that also, to see the universal form also you require a transcendental vision. And Arjuna was provided that transcendental vision by the Supreme Lord, Krishna. The spiritual master provides that vision to his disciple to see or understand the transcendental subject matters of the Supreme Lord. And it's only through the via media of a spiritual master the disciple can understand that. Right. In this case, the spiritual master is Lord Krishna himself. Right, in the second chapter, we see when Arjuna is completely confused about his duties, he surrendered to the Supreme Lord. Shishyateham sadhimam tvam prapannam. Right, he surrendered to the Supreme Lord. Yeah. So, it's yeah. Similarly, we can get or be able to understand some part of the transcendental subject matters only by the mercy of the spiritual master. That's why we chant Om Agnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurmitanyena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. So otherwise we are born in the mode of ignorance. We cannot understand. Right, in the material world, with material vision, we cannot pursue the spiritual subject matters. Atha Sri Krishna Nama Adi na bhavet grahyam indriyai. By our blunt material senses, we cannot pursue spiritual subject matters. Right. So that's the Supreme Lord. Can be pursued only through his mercy, which is carried by the spiritual master. In this case, the Lord himself takes the position of Arjuna's spiritual master. Though he is driving Arjuna's chariot as a charioteer, right? He takes the chariot right amidst the two armies, from where Arjuna could see both sides completely thoroughly, and he drives it in such a way that it is right in front of Bhishma Pitamaha and Dronacharya, knowing that Arjuna will start feeling weak, fighting against them, but no, he wanted to then relay this message of Bhagavad Gita to common mass through the via media of Arjuna. Nimati matram bhaiva sachi savesachihi. Right? To the via media of Arjuna. So right there, he could see when the Lord shows his universal form. Right? That there are so many heads in that universal form. Everything is included. All elements are included in that universal form. All universes. Right? All the universes is included in the universal form. With variegated planets, we just know about some planets. Oh, Jupiter, Mars, Saturn, Aries. Right? We know about some planets. Pluto. But no, there are many, many planets, innumerable planets, which are held into its position by the will of the Supreme Lord. And it's mentioned here on the purport that he could see right where he is stationed. He didn't have to go to all these different planets to see it. But right where he is stationed, on the chariot of the Lord, when he's showing his universal form, he can see all the universes, all the planets. And some planets, like what is mentioned in the Vedic scriptures, some planets made of earth, predominantly, some planets of gold, jewels, different elements. Right? Just like there is ocean of what we see is just ocean of salty water. But there's an ocean of milk, there's an ocean of honey, there's an ocean of liquor. Right? Various oceans are also there. Similarly, there are various planets. Some are made of earth, some are made of gold, some are made of jewels, some are very, very great, some are not so great. Right? And this Arjuna is able to see, right? Sitting on his chariot by the transcendental vision granted to him by the Supreme Lord. So, in the Brahma Samhita also it says, Premanjana Shurita Bhakti Vilochanena, Santa Sadaiva Hridayeshu Vilokyanti, Yama Shama Sundaram, Achinta Guna Swarupam, Govindam Adi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. Unless our eyes are not anointed by the law of pulp of the law of Godhead, we cannot understand the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So to really understand the Supreme Personality of Godhead, right, our eyes need to be anointed by the law of God. That's why the process starts with Shraddha, faith, preliminary faith. And that preliminary faith has to be strengthened by sadhu sangha, by bhajana kriya. Right. Then comes, in guidance of spiritual authority, comes anartha nivritti, to then make our faith. Hold on for 1 minute, someone is ringing me back. Yeah. Yeah. So, anartha nivritti, and then through anartha nivritti comes nishta, strong faith. That which starts with some faith, shraddha, it becomes firm. When those anarthas which obstructs our vision of the spiritual subject matters, of understanding the spiritual subject matters, of understanding the Supreme Lord, is hindered by nothing but anartha. Why the Lord is the Supreme Lord? Why He is the Supreme Enjoyer? Why can't I enjoy? Right. A part of the body, the hand, is rebelling. Oh, why can't I enjoy as a hand? Not understanding that the hand can enjoy only when it is used in the service of the whole, the body. Similarly, being part and parcel of the Supreme Lord, we can enjoy only in service of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Otherwise, all our pursuits, right, all our pursuits for enjoyment becomes ultimately nil. Right, becomes ultimately nil. Distance between two happy states and two enjoyment is considered as a Yeah. This material world, which is filled with miseries, janma mrityu jara vyadhi, birth, death, old age, disease, or adi daivika, adi bhautika, adi adhyatmika, right? Filled with miseries. Right? Yeah, so happiness is defined as a distance between two problems. It's so flickering. The so-called happiness becomes so flickering. Right? But the real happiness lies within. Just like the Supreme Lord is Satchidananda, similarly, the spirit soul is also Satchidananda, though it is infinitesimal, minute, compared to the Supreme Lord. But in our real state, it is eternal, full of knowledge, and blissful. So that's internal happiness, which is permanent, blissful. That's not the distance between two problems. Right. Okay. Is there any discussion? A short words. Let's discuss more. Go ahead. Any questions, reflections on this verse to say, or the subject matter at hand?
Hare Krishna, Madhupati Prabhu.
Yes,
Hare
Prabhupada. Then Prabhupada.
all those Srila Prabhupada.
Okay, Prabhupada.
Okay, some class back
Yeah.
on the same discussion happened,
Mm-hmm.
and a question was raised by somebody.
Mm-hmm.
The universal form was seen by only Arjun,
Mm.
nobody else,
Yes.
even during this time, or not even before, or not even after, things like that.
Mm-hmm.
But then yesterday, we had a class, and then Krishna Ramana Prabhu said that we had so many different places that Lord give the darshan of universal form to Yashoda Maya, to the Uddhavji,
Mm-hmm.
many other devotees he mentioned, and also in Chaitanya Charitamrita also the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also give the darshan of universal form to few devotees. I mean, he mentioned name, but I forgot.
Mm-hmm.
So I was kind of confused, but yesterday there was not enough time to ask any question, and since today is the time, I just wanted to find out from different devotees and what you wanted to say about that.
Okay, good. Very nice. So the Lord shows universal form at different times. Right. Just like when he goes as a Santi Dut in the assembly of the Kauravas, Kuru dynasty, to try the last resort of peace. Right. Duryodhana wanted to capture Krishna, that he is mystic, capture him. I'm not ready to give anything, not even 5 lands, not even land enough where soi, right, a pin can be placed. I'm not ready to give even that much land. And capture this Santidut, the peace messenger, which has been sent by the Pandavas, Lord Krishna. So Lord Krishna at that time also shows the universal form. Right. So in that reference, it is mentioned that all these different times when the universal form is shown, it is a partial universal form. But the universal form which is shown to Arjuna, it's not that I'm mentioning or somebody else mentioning. It's there right there in Bhagavad Gita that it has never been shown before to anybody. Right? We can open that verse in the 11th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Behold my mystic opulence. Yeah. Yeah. I'll send you that reference where it's mentioned that this form which is shown by the Supreme Lord to Arjuna is never seen before. Because the full manifestation of the universal form.
Okay, so the main difference is that this time it was a full, and all other time it was a partial.
Partial.
Oh, okay.
Just like we see in the mouth of Krishna when Lord Krishna shows the Brahmanda, right? The universe and different universes, right in his mouth to Jasodamai, like what you're mentioning about just to Jasodamai, also showing the universal form. She sees Brahmanda, where she sees Lord Shiva, Lord Brahma, and different universes, but so that's still a partial manifestation of the universal form, not the complete manifestation, which is shown to Arjuna here.
Okay, yeah. That clarifies my confusion. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Anything else? Anybody else would like to add or subtract from it?
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Haribol
Glory
Mataji,
to Srila Prabhupada. So this question was, we had a discussion, and I think Amritananda Prabhu also asked yesterday was, I'm curious to know why, if he showed showed his form to Mother Yashoda, why did he make her forget?
Yeah, very nice. So now, let's understand the role of Mother Jashoda, that Mother Jashoda is in the mood of Vatsalya. Right. When the Lord appears to Mother Devaki in the prison house, how does he appear? He appears in his Narayan form, 400 Narayan form. Full manifestation, not as a child, but full manifestation of Narayan form. And Devaki and Vasudev are praying to the Supreme Lord and requesting him that, oh Lord, we won't be able to conceal you in child form. We won't be able to conceal, and immediately Kansa will come and will kill you or try to kill you. Right. that Vatsalya mood is there. Oh, Kansa has already killed my 6 other children. I won't be able to consult that particular, no, it's like your full form. Please appear as a child. Right, and then he appears as a child, two-handed child form. Similarly, if Jasodamai, at various times, people tell me, oh, this Kana seems to be some divine person. And right now, she herself is beholding this Brahmanda, this entire universe in the mouth of her child. What would be her state? She would be completely forgetting the Vatsalya and serve him in awe and reverence. Like here, Arjuna also is serving him in awe and reverence. Oh, Lord is so great. Oh, full manifestation. Right? And he's praying to the Lord. Okay, I saw the universal form, but come back into your original form. Enough. Right. So the Yoga Maya, the internal energy of the Supreme Lord, just like we are covered by Mahamaya, the external energy of the Supreme Lord, and become under the influence of this mode of goodness, passion, ignorance, and forget our position, that we are servant of the Supreme Lord. Otherwise, we are all servant of the Supreme Lord, but we forget our position. Right? How is that possible? By the influence of Mahamaya, by the covering of these 3 modes of material nature. Similarly, the devotees of the Supreme Lord are covered by Yogamaya, the internal energy of the Supreme Lord. Right? Which makes them forget, what they saw. Oh, it must be some kind of mystic, and for a while she becomes unconscious and comes back, and she forgets. If she will not forget, right, she won't be able to relish the Vatsalya mood. Right. Neither she'll be able to give pleasure to Krishna in that mood of motherhood. Does that answer your question?
Yes, Prabhu. Then why did he show it to her in the first place? Because she always thought of him to be her little Kanha, right?
Yeah. So that's the Lord's mysticism at times. She shows and deludes even the mind of pure devotees. We see Narad Muni at one time saying, oh, okay, I can, whenever I desire, I can go to Golok. Right. And have audience with the Supreme Lord. And if the Supreme Lord's mercy is not there, we cannot make it possible. And Narad Muni is going in circles and circles and circles and is not able to go. Right. So the forgetfulness comes from the Supreme Lord. Remembrance also comes from the Supreme Lord. Sarvasya cham vidadisa sannivisto mata smriti jnana apahanam cha. At times, he shows for that particular pastime, he shows, but I'm just not ordinary. You are saying that I ate mud. So Lord proves that I did not eat mud. Right. And moments. And Lord is extreme moments. Truth. In his mouth, how can he eat mud when everything exists in him? So from external vision, we think that he has eaten mud, but from the internal, when you understand it, just like people will kind of complain, oh, he's such a devotee, he's going out with others' wives. And the Lord is the master of everybody. Right. So in one sense, he's the husband of also everybody. Right. He's the husband of everybody. Father of everybody. Right. So for somebody in conjugal rasa, mellow, for them to be attracted to the Supreme Lord and then considering the Lord as a husband, there's no harm. All right? There's no harm. Neither she'll be considered as the ornaments performing adulteration, or the Lord will be considered as performing adulteration, because ultimately he's a Supreme Master. Right? Is it okay?
Yes, Prabhu. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Hari Bol, Prabhu.
Yeah, Hari.
Hari Hari. All glories to Chila Prabhupada. Please accept my obeisance. Prabhu,
Yes.
so you know what we learn is there are these 5 primary rasas, correct?
Yeah.
From the Shanta ras going all the way up to the Madhurya ras. Now, we also learn that every consecutive rasa as it goes higher includes the mood of the lower rasa.
Yeah.
So Dasya ras has, so Madhurya has all the below 4 rasas.
Yeah.
And then we can see it in various pastimes.
Yeah.
So similarly over here, when Krishna is showing Mother Yashoda, the universe in his mouth, though she's in Vatsalya, she also exhibits the Aishwarya, the awe and reverence.
Yeah.
Awe and reverence mood. So is that way of understanding it correct or speculation?
Yeah, at that time, immediately she becomes in awe and reverence. But her dominant role is Vatsalya. You're right. One mallow is a subset of the other mallow. So Dasya includes Santa and Dasya. Sakhya includes Santa, Dasya, and Sakhya. Vatsalya includes Santa, Dasya, Sakhya, and Vatsalya. And Madhurya includes all the 4 of them. Okay. At times, Srimati Radharani can be in the conjugal mood. At times, she takes the mood of the cowherd boy. Right? We celebrate that particular pastime when she becomes a cowherd boy. When Krishna is given the permission to herd the cows first time independently. She also wants to join the pastime. So she takes Subal Saka's clothes, dhoti, and she also dresses herself as cowherd boy. At that time, she's exhibiting the mood of Sakhya. Not the conjugal, but the Sakhya mode. Right.
So, Prabhu, whatever be the rasa, bottom line is everyone is serving, right? Krishna for his pleasure, whatever be that.
Yeah.
So it's dasya in the sense that you're like a servant.
Yeah.
Servitor.
Yeah,
So,
servitor, but at the same time, just like, we have a maid at our home, right? She's serving as a maid. But when she's serving as a maid for many, many years, does she still remain a maid?
Family member she becomes.
She becomes a family member.
Mm.
So similarly, how from one mallow it progresses into the other mallow. In Dasya mallow, I remember this where Radhanath Maharaj one time on the banks of Godavari, where the Samvad of Ramananda Roy and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu happened in Kovur, he explained this in a lecture of how from Santa it becomes Dasya, Santa plus servitorship becomes Dasya, Dasya plus more further confidence or no, I'm forgetting the exact terminology. It becomes Sakya. Right? Just like a child, initially in reverence of his father. No, he's fearful, this and respectful. Yes. When he's grown up, what happens? He's treating, though he's still father, but he's treating him more as a friend. The father also treats his son more as a friend. Right?
So it's
Because
development.
the confidence is there. When servitorship has for the confidence, then it becomes in the mood of Sakya. When that Sakya mood for the parental affection is included, then it becomes Vatsalya. Is that good?
Yeah, Prabhu. So, I mean, I have a little more question, but someone else may have a question. They can go ahead.
Anybody else? Go ahead, Amrita Babu.
So, Prabhu, understanding all this philosophy and the truths about the rasas, and now we can apply it in our sadhana. So, initially, we are doing Vaidhi Bhakti, rules, regulation.
Yeah.
And we are in the Dasya mood, which is Aishwarya and servitorship. So, Aishwarya, we can understand when we see the deities and their magnificence, and we are really attracted. How they're dressed and whatever. The temple, altar. Then we listen to these pastimes and we get awe and reverence. We are doing service, whatever. We're engaging. So at that time where slowly it progresses, the bhakti, and then it reaches the stage of spontaneity, prema.
Yeah.
So at that point in time, I mean, the dasya always remains, the servitorship always remains.
Yeah.
But then what relation we have, is that revealed to us, say, here on earth only in our lifetime, if the person devotee gets purified, or it's only after leaving this material body and going into spiritual world as he realizes his rasa, which rasa is predominant.
In its pure form, right, the moment our material consciousness is completely spiritualized, then our eternal form is revealed. Like Hanumanji, right? The eternal form is completely satisfied being a servant of the Supreme Lord. Right. Even if he's granted higher mallows, he does not want to take that. He's completely satisfied. Right.
Sorry, Prabhu, can you
When
repeat
he
that?
comes in the Brihad
Lost you.
Bhagavatamrita. What is that again?
I'm sorry, can you repeat that? I missed you. I lost it.
Yeah. So, Hanumanji
Huh.
is in the mood of Dasya. Eternally is situated in the mood of Dasya. He does not know, he just wants to serve the Supreme Lord. Right? So somebody, just like Jai Vijay, they're doorkeepers. They want to resume back their position as doorkeepers. They don't want to say, oh, now we have become advanced. Why don't we become gopis now? Then go to Madhurya. Because that's the most advanced. So, whatever our eternal position is, right, we'll be fully satisfied in that particular role. Like Hanumanji is fully satisfied in the role of Dasya. Right. There are inner sakhas who are fully satisfied in the role of friendship. They know that there is higher role. Like, our friend knows that, the parent has more intimate connection with our friend. Right? I may go out with you this, that, but then also I will know that you have more intimate connection with your parents or something. And vice versa. Right? So they know that that's a higher mallow. But they are satisfied in that role of Sakya. They don't think, that eternal conjugal lover of Krishna is exhibiting such advanced stage of, like Uddhavji, when he comes. He is sent with a message by Lord Krishna, okay, convey this message to the Vrajvasis, that why they are believing in separation, and console them. And he comes with that mood, I will teach them something, or I'll pass on that some message, higher message. But when he sees the mood of the Vrajvasis, especially the gopis, immediately he does not desire, I also want to become a gopi. What does he desire? Oh, let me become a creeper of grass, on which, in this place, in Vraj, where the dust of these advanced devotees I will get on my head. Because he is eternally situated in the mood of Dasya. He is fully satisfied in serving the Supreme Lord by, fanning him, by looking at his comforts. That's Uddhavji's role. Does that answer your question?
Yeah, Prabhu. Thanks.
Okay. Any other questions? Discussions? As we hear from Shimesha Prabhu, there's no time limit now, so answer Fridays.
Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam, all goes to
Prabhu.
Yeah, this is very nice discussion. Amritanda Prabhuji asked that question. I was reading a book that is actually there is a relation and the prem. So the relation, it is Dashrash in all over the 5 rasas, even in the Madhujya. What Radharani used to do that. Radharani used to serve Lord Krishna. Plus that service, plus the prem. That is the prem. So the prem, it is the categorically from one step to other is increased, 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 and increased. Just like a buffer in a jug, there or in a kalash. That if some buffer is there, kalash, it will be full of, because that is like a full of buffer. That is the prem. So prem and dasya is also, dasya always in top 5, along with the 5 dashas. Actually, on top the gradation of the prem. So Madhujya Rosh has a lot of prem, more prem, though there is a dasya is there.
Yes. Just like Srimati Radharani is stringing the garlands.
Yeah.
What
And
more is that?
Yeah.
Later.
So for that reason, those who are very Shuddha Bhaktas, they do not want to go to Golok Vrindavan. They want to stay in here and to serve Lord Krishna. Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he wants to stay in here just to serve Lord Krishna.
Just make me a cuckoo.
Yes, yeah. There is a one songs for Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Yeah. আমি তো ঠাকুর তোমারও কুকুর. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's it. So न धरम न जनम न सुंदरीम कविता व जगदीश कामाय मम जन्मानि जन्मनीश्वरे भवतात् भक्ति अहितुकी त्वयि. Life after life, I just want to be situated in an unalloyed devotional service without desiring na dharam, wealth, na janam, thousands of followers, beautiful women to enjoy. Right? Life after life, no, it's not that, oh, okay, no, take off, no, that's it. As Srila Prabhupada mentioned that, oh, we should desire that, oh, to get out of this material world. But no, it's higher than that. No, it's definitely is in that. No, it doesn't matter. No, it's whether I'm here or there. Let me be situated just in devotional service of the Supreme Lord.
In Chaitanya Charitamrita is also mentioned that, I forgot the name of that Parshad, Mahaprabhu's Parshad. Why should I go there? Who will take care of these sufferers? I should stay here. Please bless me. I can, Mukunda Datta. Mukunda Datta told that is again during the Mahaprakash Lila. He did not come to the Mahaprakash Lila. Then he was asking, where is Mukunda? Where is Mukunda? Then he came. So that is the case that the few devotees, they do not want to go to Golokdam. They want to serve serve here.
Wherever the Lord desires.
Or yeah. Ultimately the Lord desires.
Yeah.
There are so many examples like this, no? Bhakti Siddhant Saraswati Thakur also left Mayapur and went all the way to the city, Calcutta. Similarly, even Prabhupada left Vrindavan and came to Bawri.
Yeah.
And so many. Most recently also, Bhakti Charu Swami Maharaj, there was COVID going on full time at its peak. And he came here. In spite of that, he could have remained comfortably in India. That time, India didn't have anything. I mean, there are so many examples. But on a practical level, Prabhu, we see all these personalities, we understand the philosophy. But at least in my case, Prabhu, we have to balance work, personal, spiritual. So somehow or the other, I think it becomes an excuse, so to say, because spiritual gets not as much priority as work. To give you an example, if I have a deliverable, then I'll sit up all night and I'll do it. Doesn't matter how tired or what it is. Long hours can go in. But the same thing, if you have to do rounds, okay, I'll carry forward tomorrow. Or even if there is some seva, deity worship in the house or temple, or it doesn't matter. At that time, the mind thinks we are doing so much. We're already doing so much. Look at how much progress we've made. Oh, 1 year back I was doing nothing, but now at least I'm doing this much, or whatever it is. So I'm trying to understand how we can switch it. I mean, not to say ignore the personal and professional, but just as we give the same level of priority or enthusiasm and sacrifice, how can we do that for the spiritual and not be satisfied with what we're doing in our spiritual life and look for not how much I've done, but what else can I do?
Yeah, so that's why these various ashrams are there. Otherwise, as you mentioned here, will be situated in Karma Mishra Bhakti. Devotional service tinged with performance of activity. Not pure devotional service, so to say, as you mentioned. It's like pure devotional service platform. They just want to serve the Supreme Lord. Period. I have done enough. I've had eaten enough gulab jamun, enough this, enough that, enough family life, enough had children, this, that, grown up, and it will never end unless we have a strong will that okay, panchas ordhvam manam rajet. Okay, not panchas, short. Okay, we have to make a move. And then right in front of us, we will see those who are completely situated in Vyasatmika Buddhi Ekakunandar, one-sided devotional service. Their priority is just devotional service, not any other priority. How can I spread the message of the Supreme Lord in whatever position, wherever I go? I'm just packing my Guru Maharaj's bags early this week when he went to attend his cousin who was in hospice in his final moments. He went there because he grew up with him to support him, guide him spiritually. And he had back spasms, this, that. But then also in his bag, he's not thinking about, oh, let me make sure I have enough laddus. Let me make sure I have this. Let me make sure, though he knew that no one's there, he's not going to get prasad. He'll mostly will subsist on apple butter. But he's thinking about, this is a good opportunity. There'll be many people there good opportunity to distribute books. Can you get me Bhagavad Gita? Can you get me this? Can you get me that? And one side of his bag, he completely filled that up with books. Right. And he's wearing a back brace, but still thinking about how I will distribute books. Give the mercy of Sri Prabhupada to others. Right. So, whatever state we are in, we need to be guided by the examples that, when do I come to that stage? Right. Right. So otherwise, we'll be in our own comfortable world. I was hearing from one of my godbrother. He was, before Saswatma's disciple, he was temple president of Baltimore, and then was professional, retired now. And one of Brahmins, he's wearing saffron as a Vanaprastha disciple of my Guru Maharaj. And then he just went to Mayapur. He said, "Oh no, I just till my current body lost, I just want to stay there in Mayapur." He and his wife both went there. So when do I come to that stage to think about that particular mood? When do I just, no, otherwise, no. Material needs will always be there. Job, this, that will always be there. I will be always letting go. This job is there, this job is there. Oh, why don't I apply that? Why don't I apply that? But when do I come to that stage when I think, oh, there's a job opening in the Goloka Vrindavan, when do I apply for that? Right. No, it's the question of determination. We need to be more determined. Ultimately call quits. And we have examples around where devotees have done that. They have voluntarily taken poverty, minimizing the needs. That's what Vanaprastha is. Vanaprastha, ashram is all about detachment. Okay, whatever attachment which we have had in Grahastha life, let me become detached to that. So that ultimately I can think of renunciation. But otherwise, padam padam vipadi padam, at each and every step, there's danger. We'll let things trickle away from us. Thinking, oh, this, okay, probably we'll try next life. Is that good, Amrita Prabhu?
Yeah, Prabhu. My thing is not so much as Vanaprastha or the ashram. I'm saying whatever ashram you be in.
Yeah.
There could be devotees who are not married.
Yeah.
So in terms of the seva, how do we put priority to, of course, you can look at your job also as a seva, because the Lakshmi earning is helping you do your deity worship and family care or whatever it is.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, like, we make distinction. There is a personal responsibility, there is work responsibility, and there's spiritual responsibility. Whatever be the ashram. And the tendency is to spiritual responsibility, the tendency is to be satisfied. Okay, I'm doing my quota. Whereas with the other two, we're always thinking how more and more to do. how to earn more, how to get a bigger house, and whatever sacrifices we need to do.
Yeah.
That's where we're always running. But the drive for spiritual things are not there that much. So yeah, of course, ashram means you can move out, and that's a body also gets old. There's only that much you can do.
Yeah, Griya Thakur, Vane Thakur, Sadahari Vula Thakur, whatever ashram we are, ultimately we want to become, always remember the Supreme Lord, perform devotional service to the Supreme Lord. But no, the idea is that yes, we can use our job also as devotional service. When completely 100% it is used in the service of the Lord. Right. And introspectively we can look into ourselves. Myself would glaringly give an example. Oh yeah, the mortgage which we pay is also for devotional service when we use it for the Supreme Lord. But what does it mean when we use it for the Supreme Lord? No. Am I going out left and right to invite people to my home and perform, give them Krishna consciousness? Yeah, no, I mind. No, so those are the kind of things. More and more, we completely dedicate ourselves, 100%. Not thinking, oh, okay, by the way, what is the score today in that IPL match? So that material contamination is still there. Right? 10%, I would just look at the score as, oh, what was the book distribution score yesterday? Or whatever tracker which we have for our devotional service. How many malas did I chant as quality rounds? How many malas did I chant as quantity rounds? How much time did I spend in reading Srila Prabhupada's books? Right. Yeah. When we go to the work, work is there, but work has its own form of contamination. How can I remain aloof from that contamination like a lotus flower? Though it's growing in the mud, it does not get touched by the mud. Right. Am I able to distribute prasad at my work? Am I able to talk about Krishna at my work? Right. Or I become too familiar in the Gramya Katha at work. Right.
So, Prabhu, these are all direct ways, of Yarideke Tarako Krishna Upadesh. Whether we are wearing a tilak or giving a book or prasadam or inviting them, these are all direct.
Yeah.
But there are also indirect ways like a character, a behavior, how helpful we are, how respectful we are, how much grateful we are. So that is also a way of us preaching.
Yeah.
Oh, here's Hare Krishna, and here's how she is, and we can depend on her or whatever. No politics she'll play, something whatever. So
yeah, I'm not saying it's not there, but at the same time, how much we are tinged with it. That's what we me performing devotional service, I'm going to work myself. So I know that the limitations of my work, limitations of myself that at work. Okay, like what I may want to do, At times, no, I'm not doing it. I could be doing more. Right. That's what I'm saying. So that's where the tracker could, I could be doing more. Any spare time, even while I'm doing my documentation work, I should be hearing Krishna Katha. What I'm trying to say is not become completely justifiable of what we are doing is the process, but yes, we can do better. There's always some kind of tension that, how can we do? How can I dotel? I'm already doteling it, but how can I dotel it 100%? Right. That's where then our tracker comes. That okay, to come to that stage, I'm doing it, but still, I can be doing more.
Prabhu, if I may, the analogy I feel is in like exercising, right?
Yeah.
Or being very fit. We all know it's good to exercise. We all know it's good to eat healthy. How many of us do it? But there are some who are so dedicated and so focused on it that even if one day they don't exercise, they become like a fish out of water.
Yeah.
So I think for us to have that discipline and to get that, in Marathi we say godi, to get that interest, to get that, we can't do without it.
Yeah.
And that will only come with more practice. That's how I look at it.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you for reminding us. We are out of exercise for the last 5 days. Sorry. Yeah. So it's there where devotional life has to be regulated, and somehow just like we have that such a regulated time. We see Bhakti Vinod Thakur's time schedule. Oh, this much time to this much time. I go to work. This much time. I do this reading. This much time to this time. Translation of this. This much time to this time. Chant. So this time to sleep. This time to wake up. I might be able to regulate it like that. I wish I can. But yeah, anyway, we'll go on and on and on, complaining about it. But if I have the mercy of all of you, hopefully I will be able to follow it one day when I become more regulated. Okay, thank you. Is that good?
Yes, Prabhu. Thank you so much.
We'll end here.
Bless us that we become like you.
No, you don't want to become like me. You will go back to Narkaloka, where I can see my. Yeah. Okay. So tomorrow, the weekend, Govindas is on. That's why I became late, because directly from work I went to the kitchen to help out. I started in the Italian corner today. The different fresh pizza, different kinds. So, yeah, take advantage whenever you can. You can use it not for sense gratification, but even for distribution. Yeah, see, we're talking about distribution. We can distribute it. Sunday, 8 to 9, there is Amanit Prabhu speaking on our channel. please attend. Tomorrow also 8 to 9, there's something. How many times, Prabhu?
Prabhu, it's the 8 to 8:30.
8 to
Reading
8:30.
from Ramayana.
Reading from Ramayana.
Yeah, Prabhu.
Yeah, so 8 to 8:30. Please post that link again so that people know.
Yep.
Yeah. And on that note, we'll end here. Vancha kalpatarubhayascha. Patitanam pavanemayo Vaishnavebhyo namo. Vaishnavinda ki jai. Granth Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki jai. Srila Prabhupada. Gaur Premanande.
Jai, jai.
Hari,
Hari, hari, hari.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everybody.